In this video we will have a look at the Thea scatter tool and show you how to make the most out of it by working on this specific scene. We will create 3 different scatter collections for grass, rocks and bushes. The Thea scatter tool can be found in the Thea render toolbar by clicking on this icon. Scatter collections provide a way to organize your scattered instances. Each collection has its own properties. These are the assets that we will be using to create our collections: a single patch of grass, 2 rocks and 3 bushes. Let's start by creating the grass collection first. Click on the plus icon to create the collection and double-click on it to give it a proper name. The checkbox controls whether the collection will be visible during rendering. The eye icon controls the visibility of the instance previews in the viewport, and finally the X icon deletes the current collection. We first need to define the surface where all the instances will be scattered upon, also called a base surface. We will select the surface and then click on the plus icon to add it to the list. Now that we have the base surface defined, we can move on to the Instances tab. We will select the grass patch and then click on the plus icon to add it to the list. Multiple instances can be assigned to the instances list. The small dots represent the generated instances. Let's increase the density parameter to generate more. We can now click on the eye icon to hide the preview dots from the viewport and start rendering. The grass looks nice, but we can see that it grows inside the concrete tiles. We will use a shape that we created and use it as an exclude area. Let's move on to the Include/Exclude tab. We will select the shape and then click on the plus icon. We can define if an area acts as an include or exclude area by clicking on this button. We will now start interactive rendering to see how that affects the grass collection. We will proceed with enabling edge fall-off to gradually remove and scale down instances near the edges of the exclude area. The next step is to add pebbles around the concrete tiles. We have already prepared the surface that will be used as a base surface. The process will be similar to what we did for the grass collection. We will first click on the plus icon to create a new collection and rename it to Pebbles. We will then click on the plus icon to set the selected object as the base surface. Let us now switch to the Instances tab, select the 2 small rocks and add them to the list. Let's also modify the density value to increase the number of instances. Finally, we will hide the viewport preview for the Pebbles collection. Once we start rendering, we notice that the pebbles are larger than what we expected, and this can be fixed by changing the uniform scale value. Let's try setting it to 0.15. The last collection that we will create is the bushes collection. We want to place the bushes near the edges of our garden. We will start by creating a new collection and name it Bushes. Let's repeat the steps by setting both the base surface and the instances. The density value needs to be adjusted as well. Let's use a value of 200. We need to enable the collision parameter with a value of around 30% to remove instances too close to each other. We can limit the instances to the sides of the garden by using a shape that we created and use that as an exclude area. Let's switch to the Include/Exclude tab, select the shape and add it to the list. We can turn off the viewport preview of the instances and start rendering. The overall size of the bushes needs to change, so we will switch to the Properties tab and change the uniform scale to 0.5. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for watching.